It's your boy NShoH, but you already know. Next up, we got your boy Naruto. Part 1. We're not gonna talk about Shippuden. So Naruto Part 1. This was actually the first. Take it back. After Pokemon, the first anime I actually got into because I played video games. And they also had
Clash of Ninja on the GameCube.
Clash of Ninja on the GameCube.
Yes.
And then eventually Clash of Ninja Revolution 3 on the Wii.
On the Wii, baby.
And then they ended up getting Storm on the PS3.
Storm 1 was a PS3 exclusive, yeah.
And they were also watching the anime as I was not understanding what was going on. And Naruto Part 1, not only I loved as I was watching it, because the dubs were getting released regularly on Cartoon Network.
Yep.
And I was watching it as the dub was getting released. And I was like, the show's over about Sasuke. And I didn't even know Shippuden existed until like I think Shippuden was on the Asuma arc.
Really?
I didn't even know it existed.
Oh, I was all over the internet. So,
but I wasn't on the internet as a kid.
Yeah. So that was.
I didn't get that far.
I mean, our stories are kind of similar. How like it was like the first like real anime that I was like consciously watching besides like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, blah blah. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! I was little. It's an anime, but I was little, so I didn't know what it was. But that was the first time I was like, okay, this is an anime. Toonami, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
But I remember like getting really into it and like watching like AMVs on YouTube and like all the old dorky commentary and nerd stuff about it. But then I went onto the Japanese side of the internet when I saw him like grown up like 15 years old. I was like, is this real?
It can't be real. It can't be real.
Yeah, it was like 2008, and Shippuden was like out for a year because I think it came out in 07 in Japan. But in America in 2008, it was only on like the Sasuke retrieval arc, kinda.
Yeah.
So we were in way different parts. So I'm seeing a lot of weird stuff. I'm like, who is Toby? What is that swirly mask? Who are these crazy people?
Bro, the first time
what is an Odama Rasengan? I just saw these little things, not knowing what they were.
Bro, Obito as a character.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, if you haven't seen Naruto,
what are you doing?
Watching?
Yeah. What are you doing? But Toby was the first character I was like, yeah, if the character takes off their mask, they're automatically way lamer. Like that just became a trope that I started to realize as I was watching stuff. When you take
it's like in every form of media. Wow.
Yeah, when you take your mask off after, if you had it on for like a little bit, take it off, whatever. If you had it on for like a considerable amount of time, and then you take off your mask, you're automatically way lamer. And I don't understand why that's the case.
Sorry, Riddler. I love
That's why they never took Kakashi mask off. He said Riddler.
Yeah, bro. I love the Batman. On that movie was gas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we got what's that man's name? Kylo Ren. He was so lame when he took his mask off.
But that was like the whole point of his character that he was lame. I like the way they were like, "Oh, you're so pathetic, baby. You don't even look like a Sith Lord."
I was so sick. I was like, why would you be so sweet stopping Ray Blast?
Yeah.
Literally keeping it motionless for like 3 minutes straight, and then that's your intro. And then come to like halfway through the movie, take your mask off. You were lame.
Because he was because Anakin Skywalker is his grandfather. But
yeah, he's such a follower.
But he's still kind of a dork like there's other Sith people in his family.
And I like the fact that he was so irritated all the time. And he would just cut stuff over his little lightsaber, just so mad on tantrums. I'm like, okay, I like that about him.
Reminded me of Sasuke.
And then he took his mask off and it didn't matter anymore. I was like, oh, he's just a child. Really, I got it now. Anyway, back on topic.
Wait, do you guys think, here's a question, just a quick about Naruto. I know that we're talking about part 1 specifically, but do you guys think Sasuke's a good character, yes or no? Because I used to think
throughout the whole
thing.
Not including Boruto.
I used to think the whole
what happened to that man to the guy?
I don't know about
oh my god, so his eyes we're not gonna
I think when I was younger I used to be like, oh, he's good, now I don't know, but now I'm like, yeah, I think Sasuke's a great character.
I think Sasuke was written really well. Personally, I don't like the way that he was handled post-war. But I think overall, objectively, he was really well written.
Yeah, and even that, I used to have gripes with that, but now I'm like, he kind of is a baby Madara, and he kind of was like, okay, I see where I'm going with this, but change is also nice. Kind of has that Malcolm X swag to him.
Like, he was easily one of my favorite characters. Before he killed Itachi, and after that, sort of went downhill. But I think that as a character, I really did not like the way he went after he had fought with Naruto and everyone in the war. And then he was like, basically. But yeah, let's get back to part 1.
But we're talking about part 1, yeah.
Oh wait, no, you answer about Sasuke. I didn't mean.
Oh yeah,
Sasuke, he was like up and down for me. Like he was like straight revenge. And I was like, revenge not the right path to go, but you gotta go down. Then he became a badass, and I was like, I like this guy, bro. I like this guy. Like now, when he put up on a 5 somehow I was like, hey, and what this guy?
He wants all the smoke.
He was like, hey, who wants it? Like, bro, I love this outfit the most though, with the white and then the little thing around.
Oh yeah, like when
and
we
then
first
the sword
get
on the side.
When we first get him in Shippuden,
yeah,
that outfit was
I
easily
like,
my favorite.
that is so
Easily
funny,
my favorite.
man.
You look like a stripper, and I'm not gay, but that kind of hot.
Hey, you look kind of sexy though.
You look kind of his little gay and his sword.
We all felt like soccer right about now.
Yeah.
That's
I ain't gonna cap to you, but anyway.
Well, who do you think is the best character of part 1?
Rock Lee.
Rock Lee, that's a great.
Personally, I love Gara. Like when Gara
I'm
introduced.
blown as
Those are
Gar is literally my
Like,
favorite
when
character
Gara got
of
introduced,
all
I was like,
time.
this guy's a menace. I was like, he was just standing there, saying,
Yeah.
I was like,
Wow.
yo, he just dropped the kid.
I'm gonna say
his
Rock Lee.
character out in the tuning exam arc was too good.
Yeah, Gar is my favorite character of all of Naruto, but I didn't really like him until after his, the first arc when they went to go rescue the Kazekage. I actually got information about how Naruto really affected him mentally. Because before he just pulled up, flexed on Kimimaro, almost didn't win, and was like, I just came to repay my debt to the league. Kept it pushing with Kankuro and Tamari. But then we actually got backstory with him. So Gar is my favorite overall. But Rock Lee
is the MVP of part 1.
Yeah, even though he has still never won a fight. He's still not fight.
Bro, you can't make an underdog and then have him just stay under. Like, come on, bro.
Bro, he's even an underdog in Boruto. He's easily the third strongest. He's easily the third strongest. And then they had that freaking Otsutsuki pull up and literally waxed all of Naruto's allies, like everyone that's his year, waxed them all at the same time, including Rock Lee. Rock Lee didn't get up and go first gate, second gate. He didn't do that. He literally laid on the ground. He's like Shikamaru was when the Genjutsu got dropped during the tuning exam arc when the Silent Jinbei. He was just like, I don't give a fuck.
Should have gave that man a little bit of sake.
Right.
Yeah, that's another reason why he's really the best character of part 1.
Like he's so fun. He's a good dude.
Yeah. The second, I'm giving my number 2 to Shikamaru though.
Shikamaru's easy.
I think because I think the fight with him and Tamari is one of my favorite parts of the whole series. The way they gave him the dub, even though he lost.
He said, I have to fight a girl again. He's like, I gotta try. He's like, Splunky. I don't like Splunky. Throws a 2 kunai at the wall stands. You're like, you know what? If I really gotta fight a girl, I guess I gotta try. Cause I'm not trying to lose. Then takes off on her and does literally some of the smartest work ever. Oh my gosh.
Using the hole in his shirt with the little shadow.
Yeah. Bro, that's literally the inspiration for those items in Storm. You know how you can throw the items, and then after like a certain amount of time, the kunai spark out, and then they like hit you and catch damage. That's literally the inspiration for it, because he's that much of a freaking boss, bro.
Yeah.
He starts trends. That's my man Shikamaru Nara. Stop playing, bro.
Yeah, I guess the last thing about Naruto too is they have Besides Dragon Ball, best video games.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, they
Best video
definitely do.
games.
Definitely do. I still right now have an itch to play Revolution 3, even though the game's kind of busted.
Yeah, I gave that one to my dad's friend's kids so they can enjoy Storm. Cause I got Storm 4. I was like, you guys can have it, but sometimes I miss Mecha Naruto.
Yeah, Mecha Naruto.
So busted.
But I was saying gun.
That was like the last game of like 2 generations ago. Shit,
Yo,
dog.
Mecha Naruto, that was a crazy filler arc.
So wild.
It was good though. That was a good filler arc.
Yeah, it was fun.
Anyway, let's move back to part 1 because we're so off right now.
I mean, we kind of were going off, you know. Shikamaru and Rock
Who's
Lee.
your favorite in part 1 overall? I said Rock Lee. He said Gaara.
I mean, probably the Shikamaru. I also really like Jiraiya, but I probably like him more in Shippuden now that I think about it.
Yes.
He's kind of fleshed out.
And your favorite overall is what, Neji, right?
Naruto beat
He's
him.
there.
And you were just too cold for me.
Yeah, but when Naruto beat him, wow, what a moment.
I was like, you know what, plot armor, but you know we're not gonna.
But it wasn't. That was like when it wasn't.
It wasn't, but
The one time, because no, there's a lot of Naruto plot armor. Honestly, there's too much. But that fight was sweet.
No, the only real fight Naruto actually won, like what was just Naruto in part 1, was versus Kiba. Because Orochimaru sealed his Nine Tails in the forest, so he literally only had his own chakra.
Damn.
Up until Jiraiya unsealed it after the preliminaries and shooting exams. So I was like, Kiba's really his only real feat.
wait, Naruto fuck you.
This king, watch the show.
The Forest of Death?
No, I actually had
But it wasn't like a major.
I mean, they made Kiba such a low key character. It's just like
Yeah.
No, I mean in Shippuden, yes. But he was one of the
Kiba
mains
was-
in part 1.
yeah.
He was up there with Shikamaru, Neji, Shino.
He was part of the retrieval squad.
He was he was one of those guys. I mean,
They
technically,
work on that song for it.
not really.
I think I got volume 21.
Kakarot is, I mean, because bro, like thinking back on it, Shikamaru actually put work on Tayuya, but what's his name? Kiba all he did was reveal the fact that I don't remember the dude's name. I think his name was Sokka.
Oh, Choji, he's my favorite. too.
He actually reveal the fact that there were 2 of the Siamese twins and that they could split into 2.
Oh, Ukon and Sakon. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Sakon.
sniffed them out.
Yeah, but that's it. That's literally all he did. And then they were literally just in
stabbed
curse
himself.
mark mode and like took no damage from him after that.
Yeah, because he had to stab himself to like get him out
I've
of
never been a big fan of the dogs.
Yeah, dogs are annoying as fuck.
The fact that Akamaru has more of a fandom than Kiba though.
No, actually.
Like everyone loves Akamaru.
I love the way they made him grow up. That was cute.
That was sweet. But yeah, other than that, Naruto relied on Nine Tails pretty much the entire time, whether you realize it or not.
It's not a bad thing, but
Yeah, not a bad thing.
cool. Sukuna set a new standard, bro.
I think that Naruto Part 1 is pretty much perfect. It's like it's almost pretty much perfect. I think that the only qualms I have is the fact that the Sani weren't introduced very well. Like all 3 of them, whenever they had the 3-way deadlock, Jiraiya was half chakra'd up and wobbled.
Well, that was the whole point. I actually like that though.
Orochimaru had no arms.
Right? And then Tsunade was PTSD as
Yeah,
fuck.
off the blood.
Yeah. So, but that was like, that was only giving you a taste. It was almost like they'll show him again, but not now. Like,
Yeah,
they'll show him later.
but I'm
you
just
know?
saying that I think that the impact. So
And it was old. Like it was showing that
I
it was
talked about
old,
this.
too.
Yeah, I talked about this with Joseph actually. I think that if we had gotten a real taste of Jiraiya's power in Part 1, I would have been way more sad that he lost his life versus Pain. I would have been more convinced that he would win that fight than I was when I was actually watching that versus Pain fight.
That's a fair argument.
Yeah, but I'll say at the same time, he did some really like Sonic things when Itachi pulled
Yeah,
up.
Itachi and Kisame literally.
the frog guts.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what the?
Yeah, but like
Level stuff.
Itachi and Kisame literally said if we both fight him, he might die, but we're definitely dead.
Yeah, we're
He said, Kisame said
Kisame
we'd be
said
an
no.
embarrassment to the not only Uchiha clan but the 7 ninja swordsmen. So let's just try and play it safe. We know we can play with his pervy side and make that work for us. Because otherwise we're dead.
Yeah, bro. That's what
Because he had Sage Mode, and we ain't know nothing about Sage. What's Sage Mode? What is that?
Imagine if he just pulled that out there.
It would have been over. It would have been a wrap.
Series over.
There's a lot of little
Sasuke
hints.
never gonna have the truth about that kid. Sasuke gonna be pissy and get his revenge.
Because dang, now that I think about it, even at that part, they gave a small smidget of the Amaterasu.
They did.
Small, like,
and they actually said its name too.
Yeah.
But I completely overlooked it. Like when I overlooked
Yep.
the fact that Kakashi actually said Obito's name when he went to go see the graves after the
He was talking
Sand
to
Ninja
him.
and Sound Ninja attack. Yeah, he was like Obito. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, he actually said it?
yeah, and
that was on my rewatch. Yeah.
I forgot that in the anime too. It's different from the manga where they show Obito and Kakashi's backstory after volume 26, right after part 1.
Do they really?
Oh yeah, I should have brought volume 27.
I
So
didn't know
in part
that.
1, Naruto and Sasuke fight. Sasuke leaves. Part 1's over, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna take a quick break and show Kakashi's backstory and how he got his Sharingan. But you think reading it, it's only about how Kakashi got his Sharingan. You don't realize that it's setting up the
all of
entire show.
Shippuden. That's actually kind of beautiful.
yeah.
Because in Shippuden they don't do it till like after the Gaara arc, right?
No, way after that.
Yeah,
It's way
yeah,
after
which
that.
is so weird to me.
Way
It is
after that.
right after part 1.
That's
literally
very
right
beautifully
after
done.
he leaves the train. They show that.
They should have done that
And
right
it threw me
after
off.
right after all the filler ended. They should have done
Yeah,
that.
and the
And then
anime onlys, I was like, y'all don't even know. I knew for a year before the anime fans didn't even know.
No, we didn't even know.
It was-
No, more than a year,
Yeah.
bro. It was way more than a year.
Honestly, it's probably like 2 years.
Yeah,
It's
we didn't
crazy.
even know.
Yeah,
That's kind of brilliant,
read
honestly.
volume 27. It's
But
the
that's
one Sasuke
that's
was up.
also what makes part 1 even better. Now that I think about it, the setup is wild, but the payoff is as great.
Yeah.
I mean, no,
So much
don't get me
part
wrong.
one.
I do like Shippuden. It's not up there with part 1 Naruto.
It's too
not
long.
up there with One Piece. It's not up there with Hunter x Hunter.
No, the pacing's all over the place.
Pacing is
The
ridiculous.
war arc is so long. It's 2 days.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm like. They see to remaster Naruto because everyone
Naruto
also,
Kai.
yeah, Naruto Part 1. Everyone has beef with the Zabuza arc because the pacing is off, or they over-explain bull, and they just want to just get the action. I'm like, they could remaster Naruto Part 1 and make it better, and then no one will be saying that about that anyway. And I like Zabuza arc anyway, so I'm not even.
Bro, that
That's
changed
a-
my little 9-year-old's life forever.
Right, exactly. I was like, this
Changed my life.
Heat.
Yeah.
And then after that, of course, everyone loves the treating exams. Everyone loves the
It's like one of the best
the Attack on the Village arc. Everyone loves Sasuke retrieval arc.
That's my favorite arc. I don't
Yeah,
care.
it is. And
I
that's
just love
my favorite
Choji's
opening
growth.
too.
Oh my god, Choji's
I love
growth.
it.
But the thing was like,
Yeah.
bro, they reneged on it after that. They made him so trash versus Kakuzu Hidan, and then they reneged on it again during the war.
That's because, Shippuden, they screw over characters.
I know.
The side characters all get cooked.
I know.
Ten is that a character?
Tenjo wasn't even a character in part.
Not a character.
She was a punching bag, though.
Yeah,
Bro, Tamari
she was just a
cooked
flex
her,
square.
bro.
She was literally there so that Tamari could flex her ass.
Tamari,
That's literally the only
when
reason
she
she's
fell
there.
on her spine on her fan, I was like,
And then she threw her, you're like, dang! She's
Take
not
that
scared. Yo, and that's why Lee is so cool. He's like, she tried her hardest. Why would you disrespect her like that? She's like, it's only the strong that prevail, little. You about to find that out this arc. You about to find that out this arc.
right.
Like Sand Ninja took no L's until the freaking village getting attacked arc. Like that was crazy.
The first
Conqueror
Naruto
Flex.
manga I thought was that.
Thank God.
Volume 13, Sasuke versus Gaara.
That was
The
crazy.
village got attacked.
See, like part 1, I can talk about that all day.
It's gonna be a
It's
whole
good.
episode.
Uh,
We should go to the next one because we'll just keep talking about
yeah,
the
we'll
Naruto.
talk about it for hours.